So I'm Lawrence Webber, Managing Partner at Karmarama, looking after digital and innovation. I think doing something new in the context of the brief you've been given by the person that's given it to you. I think there's kind of two things. I think for us, innovation splits into two camps. The first is creative people have always wanted to do new things, and new technology and startups and new opportunities are now kind of more prevalent than ever. So it means that we can all do more things. I think the other side of it is potentially, it's more complicated, but potentially more interesting, which is there's a real push to innovate business quicker because of the ubiquity of platforms and the ease of coding. And so I think there's a real sense that you can create new businesses very quickly. So there's this kind of dual push between the kind of traditional creative innovation and the kind of building of new business side of innovation. And I think both of them are having an equal effect. I think disruption always has a kind of a sense that you're going to do something very, very big, and that immediately you're going to have a very large impact on a market or a particular sector. I think our belief is that innovation has to start quite small and start quite quick. So our kind of reasoning behind wanting to do innovative work is not necessarily to disrupt. It's sometimes just to get ourselves noticed, or if we're working on behalf of a client, is to kind of test a theory quickly. That might lead in the future to a new way of doing business, but initially it's just doing lots of things quickly to see which one sticks. I think for me the most interesting thing that's happened in the kind of innovation space from a creative point of view is a piece of work that won quite big at Cannes, which is the Domino's emoji ordering. On the face of it, it sounds like quite a throwaway creative thing, but I think what Domino's have done is taken a universal language with a very easy to use technology and given consumers a brand new way to order. And it's those kind of quite quick, easy to test innovations that I think excite us most. I think we're in a bit of a, traditionally things go in peaks and troughs. So I think we had the big kind of peak around 3D printing a couple of years ago, and a kind of a big push towards kind of lots of new ad tech technologies. And I think things like the Internet of Things and wearables are starting to climb that hill towards general consumer adoption. So I think there's an awful lot of very early opportunities around at the moment, and I think that's what's making things so interesting. So you kind of have to make lots of small bets on a variety of different technologies, and in a kind of 18 months time we'll know which one has paid off. My personal bet is that the Internet of Things is going to become really big over the next 18 months in terms of lots of very traditional businesses starting to make things smarter, and then by them doing that, consumers will start to see the real benefit. Yeah, absolutely. I think, so sitting in an agency, I think, and indeed in a brand, you've got to kind of be sure that your business as usual work, be that brands marketing to consumers or agencies making work for brands, make sure that's running well and is really well optimized, and you use lots of the new tools that are around to make sure it is. And then you need to carve off some time and some money to experiment. I think there's a real temptation to try and over-engineer everything that you're doing in an organization to make sure that everyone feels the benefit of innovation. I think you need a way to experiment on the edges and then quickly plug it back into the center of your organization, rather than having everyone inventing something new every day. I think the first one would be to build the simplest prototype you can and then go and show it to as many people as you can. The second would be to be really clear about who your target audience is. There's a lot of startups that launch solving a personal problem because they've seen the success of people like Airbnb and Uber. In reality, I think startups sometimes miss that customer research bit that agencies and brands are really used to doing. And then the third is, once you've got something out and you're confident there's an audience for it, I think getting the messaging right and again being really simple and doing those old-fashioned marketing things right at the start will hold you in good stead for the future.
Source LF are London's leading creative communications and media recruitment agency. Be sure to like our video and subscribe to this channel. Take the moment to watch another of our videos on screen now.